Maverick 100.9, Aggie Land's country alternative. It's Corliss, and I'm finally catching up with my friend Jordan Robert Kirk. We got big news on the way, bud.
Yes, ma'am. Sure do.
So tomorrow is the album release, which you've been working on. Western Holler. It's a lot more southern when you say it. So how long is this album? Because this isn't an EP this time, is it?
Yeah, it's 10 songs, 9 of which I wrote, and one of them is actually a traditional blues song that my cousin kind of did his version of, and I'm doing my cousin's version, who passed away several years ago, and kind of honoring him in that. And although it's a song about a male, I guess I can prostitute. So it's a fun song. Although most people wouldn't know. You really got to dive into that song to know what it's about. But anyhow, it's just a good old blues song. That's the only one I didn't write, but I wrote the other.
Well, I'm super proud of you. No covers this time, huh?
Yeah. Well, we've talked about this before, but I like to take a song and turn it on its head and kind of see if people still like it after that,
It's my favorite thing that you do. I know I always dote on that. It's my absolute favorite, but I'm so excited for your new album. Yeah. So everybody can download and stream that starting at midnight. Western Holler, Jordan Robert Kirk. But off of this new album, you have a new single called Takes You Home. Tell me a little bit about that before we take a listen.
Yeah, it's a song. It was kind of a small town deal. I won't say who, or I won't give it too much detail, but some friends of mine were going through some trouble, and just like anybody else, have trouble in a relationship. And I got to thinking about my own relationship and what that would look like, and kind of the sanctity of kind of that sacred bond that a man and a woman have, and the love that they share, and how life happens, and it doesn't take much that you could break it. And sometimes only one of you knows that it's broken, and the other one's sitting there holding what they have left of it, trying to hang on to. Now, I guess this is just a truth, that I think is sacred, that we can get caught up in the temporary, and yet, it's the eternal. It's that eternal bond we have. It ain't the one you dance with. It's the one that takes you home.
Oh, I love that. That is so relatable. In many situations, I've been on one end where I fell out of love. But I'm also in the current relationship of I go home with one and only person always.
Yeah. That's the best.
We will take a listen here. You're hearing it first on Maverick 100.9. This is Jordan Robert Kirk and Takes You Home.
Worn out belt buckles and a ring with the weight of the ages. Mama said, give it to a girl, keeps you turning the pages. You left it here with me in this house all alone. Never knew how heavy it'd feel, such a simple stone. Why don't you say you long for the thrill of the chase? At your age, still got every man looking your way. Honey, just know it ain't the one you dance with. It's the one who takes you home. I'd fight any man if you'd let me to win back your heart. Saying you sometimes still want me only deepens a scar. There ain't nothing better than loving the one that you love. Chasing the fire of a flame will never be enough. So why don't you say you long for the thrill of the chase? chase at your age. Still got every man looking your way. Honey, just know it ain't the one you dance with, it's the one who takes you home. I tell myself there's a reason you still come around, but the high can only wake up to the coming back down. Why don't you say you long for the thrill of the chase at your age? Still got every man looking your way. Honey, just know it ain't the one you dance with, it's the one who takes you home.
Maverick 100.9. You heard it here first. That was Jordan Robert Kirk and Takes You Home. Want to remind everybody that new album hitting at midnight, Western Holler. Probably the best thing that came out of 2020, or would it be the new baby? It's hard to tell.
I guess I better say the baby. No, it is the baby. It is the baby for sure. Little Billy is his name. He'll be I guess he'll be 9 months old this month in February. Yeah, he's precious. But yeah, we definitely put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of hours. We actually recorded at my house with my band and some other musicians filled in, and a friend of mine just brought all his recording equipment. We set up in my living room and just did it old school. And that was kind of what we were going for, just kind of that old school country sound. So,
well, you always pull that off perfectly. But a lot of what I see is that everything with you is a family matter. Now that you have 3 children, you bring your wife along. And it comes down to even recording in the home. You've got to do it while still being dad.
Yeah, I don't think if my wife wasn't supportive, then I would have quit a long time ago. But when we started dating, I said I hadn't played guitar in 4 years, and I was studying engineering at Texas Tech. And I told her, I said, I might want to go off and do something crazy and try and beat George Strait or something, in a few years. And she said, really? She's like, I knew you played and sang, but I never heard you. And I was like, yeah, would that be okay with you? I know it'd be hard on a woman. And we were actually just started dating, but we were pretty serious. She was like, yeah, I think so. And I actually wrote about that because she's tried different ventures and I've shot her down, and I wrote about that in a song when I came to that realization. It's on the album. It's called The Candle. And it's just, when you love someone, you'll do anything to make their dreams come true. She taught me that and knew I'd come around, and she would lift me up even though I'd put her down. And that's it. I mean, she's always been so supportive to the point of it's hypocritical that I don't support her. And these past couple of years, even the last year or two, I've learned to be more like be more like my wife, and support her in all of her endeavors, even though, like I told you, she's a hippie. And I'm like, I guess that's cool, like the all natural organic granola thing. And I support. I'm trying to come around and support her more on that, and all of her deals she dives off in, and that's a struggle. But
I have been in that conversation too, though. And I've also been in the struggle of being the supportive one, because when my current boyfriend, who now I've been with 6 years, I told him immediately, like, this is what I do. It is my dream. It is my passion. It is where I belong. And you're not going to stop that. And I can. And I did. I told him, I can leave you in the dust, man. You can You can do whatever you want in your life, but this is what I am going to do. And his career actually ended up taking off right here in College Station. So when I was looking to make a switch in my life before Maverick happened, I had to turn around and say, because he said, I don't want to move again. I like where I'm at. And I'm like, but that wasn't the deal. We do what I want to do.
I know it. You get like this.
Yes. And that was that was a shaky, scary moment, but we came through it together. We got to still live in the city that we love. I have a job now that I love, and I get to be supportive of him. For the first time in 6 years, you kind of look back on yourself and you're like, man, I was awful.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, I'm glad it worked out. You know, I guess it's a give and take. And sometimes you're doing all the taking. And that's, like I said, that's where I was at. And I've come around to where it's more of a give and take now. You know, it's more of a two-way street. And you know, luckily she had enough grace and we had enough time to work that out, you know.
Man, bless our partners.
Yeah, I know it. That's true.
I feel bad for my boyfriend every day.
Well, yeah, she's definitely my better half. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, I've loved catching up with you, and congratulations on the new album. I want to urge everybody, go get that. Western Holler, Jordan Robert Kirk. It's going to be country and Western.
That's right.
So you better like both and go download it now.